on, guys? I hope you are all having a great weekend, a great Super Bowl weekend. Probably by the time you saw this video, you already saw the big game. There'll be a video coming about that. But today we want to speak on something very important. We feel it's important to every young married couple and every married couple, and that is budgeting. We feel that that's something that's crucial to every marriage, to peace in your marriage. And I'm gonna let my wife take the floor on this one real quick.
Okay, so the way that we do our budget is we separate it into different categories, and each category has a certain amount so that we don't go over our budget. The first thing that we do is that we give money to our local church. For some of you that are watching, if there's a charity that you prefer, go ahead and do that, but we do encourage that you give. The second category that we budget is our savings. And it's extremely important that you have a savings account, because if anything unexpected happens, which it's life, it happens, you have a safety net and you have a savings account instead of having to use a credit card. Another category that's actually pretty new and exciting is a travel fund that we've created. And basically, again, another way not to use a credit card to go on a trip, because that can easily add up. So we're actually having, we're going on a trip in May to New York, and I'm happy to say that we'll be able to pay for that trip cash, so we don't have to use any credit cards.
Right, and also we know that life happens. If you have a savings, great. We feel savings are very important, as well as, you know, having your investment, you know, your investments and those type of accounts. However, we know not everybody has a savings. Excuse me. So we feel that if there is an emergency or an urgent situation in which you have to use a credit card, the best thing to do is sit down and plan when you're gonna pay that credit card. And we feel that's the biggest issue with credit cards. Swipe, and you don't know, right? You don't know when you're gonna pay that credit card. So if you are in an emergency or an urgent situation in which you have to use a credit card, you know, plan it out. Like, we've had situations in our marriage that we had to use a credit card, but we sit down and we give ourselves a certain amount of months in which we're gonna pay that down. Like that, we have that date already set. We're not worried about, you know, extra interest or when is this gonna be paid off. It's already set. We have a plan, and we feel that's something that's very important for those who, you know, you may not have a strong savings at this time.
Exactly. And another thing, for example, I'm the one in charge of the groceries at our place, you know, in our home. I'm the one who cooks. He does the occasional sandwich, but I'm the one who cooks, so I know what we have to buy. And I used to go over budget on this a lot, and I know some of you, it probably happens, because especially if you go to the supermarket when you're hungry, you're gonna add things in your cart that you don't really need. So the way that I do it is that I make a list of what I need for that week, and I give myself a budget for that exact week. So, and I even pay cash so that I don't swipe the card and it's like, oh, if I went over by this much, it doesn't matter, I'll just swipe. No, I have the cash, and if I go over, then I'll take something that I don't need or I can go without, I'll take that out of the cart. So that's a great way to keep yourself in track.
And also to prevent from, you know, you going crazy and not you know, feeling like all your money is going into things that you can't really enjoy for yourself. It's also important to have a personal account. I mean, a personal part
allowance.
of, right, allowance in your budget. That's for entertainment purposes. You like a shirt, a jersey, a sports event, a concert.
Basically a way to treat yourself.
Right. Just we feel treating yourself is as important as saving, in our opinion. I feel that it's important for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to be able to enjoy yourself. Hey, I want to buy these 2 shirts that I saw, whatever, you know, and we feel that's very important. So in our budget, we have, again, our giving, we have our saving, we have our personal, and then it just goes to our bill. You know, the rest of the amount goes to either our bills or travel fund. We do have an investment account, and it's very important. And just, again, to know if you do have to use a credit card, for those who don't have a strong savings, always have a date, a deadline as to when that credit card is going to be paid off. Give yourselves a vision of when you're going to be, you know, debt free from that specific card or loan or whatever the case may be. It's all about planning and knowing, and that plan, that knowing where your money is going, is going to bring a lot of peace to your marriage.
Yeah, and it's just a way of staying organized, you know. I don't think that we've been reckless with our, you know, with our credit cards. We don't even have that many credit cards.
Just one for me, and I have one.
Okay, I have about 2 credit cards, but I'm happy to say that by the end of this month, one of them is completely gone, yes, never to be used again. So that's an awesome milestone that we've reached.
Yes, so definitely we hope that you know, if you guys want to start any conversation, of course, please comment, like, subscribe.
If you have any tips
Yes.
too, we would love to hear
We would
them.
love to hear, you know, what works for you, and definitely hear your tips and give us some advice if there's something that you feel will be very beneficial. So again, we appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time to listen to us. We appreciate it. Once again, like, subscribe, and thank you so much for getting cozy with two humans
And a dog.
and a dog.